I got some pistons and sleeves back in here. Hey, Monday morning. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night. It was too hot. And then Snoopy was a bad boy. Weren't you, Snoopy? No, you don't be acting all innocent. Yeah, we're not animals in the house kind of people. Snoopy, over the winter, it was during the cold times, started putting them in the, letting them sleep in the cellar, and now when it's hot weather, we let him sleep down in the cellar. Cause, if I put him in the pen with the other dogs, I'm afraid they'll start fighting or something. Well, I just put one dog up at night and let the other patrol the farm and keep away critters that are a problem. But anyhow, Snoopy last night, he we let him come in the house a couple minutes in the evenings before we put him down in the cellar. And when we were ready to put him down there, just before we went to bed, we looked around for him. He was not there. We had one of the doors left open so cooler air could blow through. And Snoopy was nowhere to be found. And he didn't have his collar on him. This collar has got not a homing device, but I mean, we can beep it, and at the beeping sound they know to come back. It also has a vibrating thing that they don't like, and worst come to worst, it has a shock thing, but he doesn't seem to really ever feel a shock if we ever have to use it. Anyhow, so I drove around calling him for an hour last night. Didn't get much sleep as I wanted to. But anyway, that's none of your concern, is it really? But these darn cats, I got to get rid of some of these cats. I don't know, we had a reasonable amount of cats for a while. And even though when I was growing up we used to have 30 or 40 cats, we don't need to have that many right now. We had 3 cats and these dogs, and they did a good job of keeping the mice and rat population down. But now 2 of the cats had kittens, and all of a sudden we had 12 cats. And I got to get rid of some of these things. Anyhow, but I'm probably going to go and just cut some wheat down today, just for baling into straw bales, a small field over there. Because I don't need all the wheat that I have planted. And get the combine out and get ready for the big, vast Hilldale Farm wheat harvest. Anyhow, I'm going to cut some down first with just the hay cutter. So anyhow, I'll catch you over there. I got to feed the chickens now, and then some of these cats and dogs. So. I run off at the mouth too much, don't I? I know it. It's true. I'm down by one of the chicken houses. Never did find Snoopy last night, but he was back this morning on the front porch just laying there. So anyway, missed a good chance for rain last night. So I'm still watering the garden. Moved the thing around different areas, and it's dry. Yeah, I'm looking at this one sleeve. Guess I'm gonna see if I can find one to match it in my used parts inventory. So that means, once again, I must take my life in my hands and go into one of these cave areas that I call my used parts inventory and see what I can find. Woo! Let's see. There's some pistons. Wait a minute. No, that's not good. Ain't sure what that's for. I gotta crawl in a little farther. That's international piston. That little John Deere piston. But that's for 40-20. I need one for like a 44-30. I fool like didn't bring any kind of a doggone well, there's a seat I could have put on that lawnmower. Yeah. I'm gonna have to utilize that seat on something. Let's see. I got some pistons and sleeves back in here. I know I got some 404 sleeves. Let's see. That is, don't know what that's from. That's out of maybe a 40-20. The sleeves would be fine. Need a piston. 44. Let's see. We'll find one back here. Wait a minute, what's that? We dropped one. That ain't right. Where'd he go? He ran off and hid. I know daggone well I got it. I'm gonna have to just do some digging. When I get a little closer to finding what I need, I'll fire this camera back up. I need both hands to look right now. Okay, I believe I got a sleeve. It's a whole lot darker back here than this camera lets on. It's the camera makes a good use of the available light. Found me a sleeve. Hey, there's some bearings in here. Those are mains. I'll find some good bearings I can use too. But anyhow, let's see. Find a piston down here. Should be a 44-30. Here's a one. Looks kind of interesting. Let's see. Maybe I got some others. Here's some. Don't want it to be too terrible to start with. Here's a 466 right there. That's a 4240 piston. This is actually one of the pistons I got from, I think, Donnie and Leonard, when I got a bunch of stuff from them when they was running the 466. Anyway, let's try to find. Wait a minute, another container of pistons up there. Got a fairly good inventory of pistons, as you can see. Find some with some decent rings on them and stop letting stuff fall. Piston looks good as any. We'll use him in that there sleeve. And here's some bearings. Hot diggity. Yep. Oh, here's some real nice used bearings. I got plenty of inventory of good bearings. Yep. We ain't in good shape. Well, I'd rather run a nice seasoned used bearing than a soft brand new one. Anyway. Okay. And I'm going to get the, I don't know, I should look for some rods. It's hard to get rods that are close enough in weight. Let's see. Ooh, man, I'm making a mess. I'll carry a rod out, just maybe a couple of rods. Stop dropping things. Oh no. Okay, a couple rods out too. I gotta find my way out of here. Oh boy. Yeah, looks like the sleeve should do. Got a machined a little groove in the top for the O-ring, the fire ring. And then hone the top, get rid of that little bit of ridge there. So anyway, yep. Yeah, it looks like the same piston. I got to machine out the bowl a little bit, cut down on the compression. Can you see the difference in the size of the bowl? Yeah, I'm sure you can. Anyway, I'll just machine that down and balance him up and see if I can find some rings. If I can't find some rings, I might have to buy some rings. I don't know. We'll see. I wanted to go in there and find them parts this first thing this morning because it'd get like an oven inside there. The sun had a chance to heat it up. I'm going to run over here and cut down that little piece of wheat for straw. I got plenty of other wheat that I don't need to harvest. This little corner. And I think the tractor will start. Well, I got that cut. Another thing I'm going to get done before it gets too hot is I'm going to pick some blackberries. Now I know you're asking yourself, what in the world, all the important things he's got to do, why is he going back there and doing maybe not the most manly thing in the world and pick blackberries? Because the women folk make some mighty larrapin' good treats out of them. That's why. We make some blackberry flummery, which I talked about before. It's you cook the blackberries and add a little bit of, I don't know what they put in there, something, and mix it all up, and it's just like a topping for ice cream. Only we kind of eat a whole bowl of it and just put ice cream on top of that. I guess it's sort of like pie filling without the pie. But anyway, and they make blackberry flapjacks and muffins and all that kind of stuff. So I have an ulterior motive for picking them. So I'm gonna, and plus I can be out here next to this classic old pulling tractor while I'm picking, because that's where some of the berries are, some of the good ones, like them. So I get to picking because it's mighty, mighty, mighty boring to watch somebody pick berries, I would think. Anyway, so I'll pick this up later on when I'm doing something interesting. Well, got enough to do something with anyway. Guess I'll go get some real work done now. Been working a lot of the day, getting everything out, like this 2010 and some of this other stuff, so I can get the combine out. But got to move these scales here. We picked up these scales. Unfortunately, somebody gave them to us. They're nice scales. They work good. I got to take them somewhere, and then I can probably get the combine out, but where to put them, I don't know. I'll show you where I put them scales. Got them in the old feed room here. There they are. I can weigh my feed before I feed the steers. Don't know why I'd want to do that, but anyhow, there it is. Dave is working on a set of tires for somebody, top cutting them. Got to work on them in the evenings or early morning. It gets too hot during the day. As he's working in the shop, I can't find room to work myself. I gotta get this rod out of here. Took me a while to get the clip out. I gotta press this pin out of here. There we go. It's moving, but there you go. It even discolored and got hot there. The small end where the bad place in the piston was, where that hole was. But I don't think it hurt it structurally. Yep. Pin fits tight in there.